Cyclone Shaheen in the Indian Ocean is approaching the Arabian Peninsula and the coast of Oman as a Category 1 hurricane equivalent storm, currently at 24.4 north, 60.6 degrees east. A storm that's expected to make landfall over the course of this weekend into early next week. This October 2nd, it's currently Category 1 on the Saffir-Simpson scale, moving west-northwest at 9 miles per hour. That's at 6 p.m. Gulf Standard Time. Looking at Shinas for a possible landfall on Sunday afternoon. That's in northern Oman. We're expecting probably a Category 1 landfall of a similar intensity to what it is currently. A fairly small system, so a stage 3 on the CDPS could have been a little bit higher. Well, here it is right now, and we'll exemplify that wind field there. 80 miles per hour at the moment, 970 millibars. Currently a Category 1, and you can see that wind field there as it moves towards the west-northwest, fairly close to the coast of Iran actually right now. Currently it is 213 kilometers from Kiyat in Oman, 240 from Muscat, the capital, 389 from Sohar, 417 from Shinas, and 484 from Al Ain over the border in the United Arab Emirates. Of course, the storm could cause significant rainfall amounts in both of these countries as it moves inland. We're expecting rainfall amounts could reach 12 to 14 inches in some locations along the coast of Oman. Right now then, 80 mile per hour winds, quite a spread actually between all of the agencies and the methods of estimating, from 60 miles per hour at NOAA ADT to nearly 90 miles per hour on the SSEC estimates for the satellite wind speed. This is the JTWC's forecast over the next few days though. They're expecting a peak at a Category 1 at 85 miles per hour and then slight weakening to landfall at its current intensity at 80, and then moving inland and weakening very quickly. You would expect that this storm will weaken quickly when it moves inland, given the climate of the area involved, obviously a very dry part of the world, although the rainfall from this storm, of course coming from the deep tropics, could cause some issues. This is what the model's saying right now. This is the GFS showing the storm's track inland, and you can still trace it halfway over the Arabian Peninsula really. Not too much to decipher with this, just that the GFS has some intensification before that landfall. Should also point out the HWRF has rapid intensification off the coast of Oman. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. Looking at the rainfall then, you can see the projection there, still expected to be quite significant in the landfall zone, not particularly wide in terms of the rainfall coverage, but obviously the area that's close to the landfall is going to get that full, possibly 12 inches. Sea surface temperatures are never going to be an issue for this storm. You can see just how warm they are in the area off the coast, and those temperatures pushing 30 degrees Celsius. And just having a little look at the Persian Gulf there, it shouldn't end up in there, but obviously sea surface temperatures ridiculously high in that part of the world. This is what the other models are showing right now. Obviously that HWRF run highlighted there, the blue. Some models a little bit lower, but generally it's calling for that Category 1 peak, which of course it already is. Wind shear is going to be fairly low, so there is that window for intensification. Certainly can't rule that out at all with the sea surface temperatures, but the relative humidity will be what lets it down as it enters that really dry air mass. It will be a increasingly uphill battle for Shaheen. So this is the latest satellite imagery. The storm's eye starting to really appear in the later frames. Obviously the imagery not quite as good in this part of the world, but we've got decent imagery at least to have a look over the trend in the last 12 to 18 hours, just how the storm has been progressing. But landfall we expect will be later on Sunday, probably in the afternoon hours local time. That'll be around 12 UTC, and we expect the landfall intensity to be fairly strong, but I think it's going to be the rain impacts that are the main concern for the Arabian Peninsula.